Here with me now is Kim Strassel, Wall Street Journal columnist and a Fox contributor. I got to say, Kim, I would pay money to see that debate, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. I would absolutely love it. I wouldn't bank on it happening anytime soon. I don't think Randi's up for that. But, boy, I would like a front row seat.
But the culture wars, I mean, the point is the culture wars are alive and well, and if anything, growing into 2024. I mean, a lot of people thought maybe Virginia was just a blip, the fact that Youngkin won on the education issue. I think it still has legs, don't you?
Oh, yeah. And by the way, first of all, isn't it amazing that we're now describing schools as part of the culture wars? I mean, when did that happen, by the way?
That's
this is supposed to be institutions where kids learn to read and write. And now the left has infused this with critical race theory and transgenderism. Look, I think what Mike Pompeo took away from this election is a overlooked but really important lesson. This was a parental backlash election. Put aside the results in the House and the Senate and instead look at the sweeping gains conservative made in school board elections all across the country. Just this week, new school boards down in 2 counties in Florida canned their superintendents for violating the state law on mask mandates a while back. We got a poll out of Boston recently where 60% of African-American parents said that they would prefer a private school or a charter school to a Boston public school. And this is what you're seeing. This was one of the big election themes. It didn't get near the attention it deserved, but Pompeo understands there are a lot of angry parents out there that schools are failing them and that things need to change.
Well, and it really is a good news story, I think, because they are changing. I mean, it's happening. It is a grassroots movement. It's not in the headlines. It is happening down ballot, not at the top. And actually, Mike Pompeo was just on with Larry Kudlow about an hour ago. I just want to play a little tidbit of that because what he talks about is how it is ongoing, and we're right in the midst of some very significant change. Roll tape.
If the republic should fall, it almost certainly will fall from within, and it'll be because the teachers' unions and their desire to not compete with schools, charter schools, choice schools, homeschoolers, their desire to create a union cartel with teachers who just really want to teach the basics is destroying the things that have made America so special.
All right. He talked also about how it's growing, but I think that is going to be. I'm just wondering whether Kevin McCarthy is got the message and whether there's something he can do or whether it's just something that has to be done on the local level.
He ought to have got the message because not just the school boards. If you look at the real bright spots that happened out of the recent election, look at Ron DeSantis in Florida, look at what happened in Iowa, look at all of these governors that were reelected with very huge margins. They did so because they were school choice folks. And there is some really good news here, David. I mean, look at Arizona, which now basically has a universal sort of voucher program, as it were, very, very forward-leaning on education. And you're now seeing other states race to catch up with this. But one big problem, which Pompeo was right about, is there has to be a far more aggressive movement against the unions. We really need to be putting them in the context of this greater debate about public employees unions and whether that they should have all of these collective bargaining rights, something that Democrats used to understand was very poisonous and toxic to government, a very different situation than the private unions you were just discussing with Jason. But we need to be having a conversation about the level of power and strength they have, why they have it, and how we change things.
Hey, this is unfair to you because we don't have much time, about 15 seconds. But Pompeo obviously is looking at 2024 himself. He wants to be a candidate for the presidency. What will the Republican race for the presidency look like over the next few months? Quickly.
Well, look, we're getting a lot of indication that people are going to get in there and challenge Trump. And by the way, that's a very different prospect than just a month ago. So that's how it looks so far, is get ready for some rock and roll.
It's going to be exciting. Kim Strassel, good to see you, Kim. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it.
You too.